Think of how much you could accomplish with almost 3 months off. That's the length of a mini sabbatical. And that's what summer is to many students these days. In this week's show, we're looking at summer exploration and junior achievers. We'll begin with happy campers. Whatever your passion, chances are there's a camp for that. Specialty programs are hotter than ever, and they're much more than child's play.
We're Camp Wild and we're at the Naples Zoo!
From there, we'll feature a girl on fire. A local teen is now a national grilling champion. She'll share her winning ways with tips for a summer barbecue. Then a father, a son, and a vision. They added friends and a splash of fun and ended up with this. But it all started with floating an idea. We'll have those stories along with the latest in our Positively Healthy Medical Report. I'm Amy Osher, and this is Behind the Headlines. I'm Amy Osher. Thanks for joining us. Summertime used to mean downtime for kids, but not anymore. These days, the break from school gives them a chance to explore things they really like. So from sports to technology, cooking to art, they're happy campers. Summer surfing, that's what these kids are up to. It's a perfect way to enjoy the water once you get the hang of it.
I've done it before, but it's a cool experience.
Christina Lamas runs a specialty camp teaching the finer points of board sports.
So our typical agenda when we get here is to get the kids warmed up. We do a little bit of indo boarding. That's kind of like a balance trainer to kind of get them like their muscles warmed up.
Her camp is perched among the top camp trends, which are hobby camps tailored to individual interests.
We take them out in the water and start them off skimboarding. And from there, you know, depending on the conditions as well, we do the surfing and we do the paddle boarding.
Kids seeking something more ferocious may enjoy Camp Wild. It follows another kid camp trend. As an educational camp, it teaches kids a lesson or two.
We learn all about the different animals that we have here at the zoo and that are found all over the world, and we teach them not only about those animals and they get to interact with some of the animals, but they also get to learn how they can help protect them and how they can help do their part for conservation.
Each week is a different theme. 5-year-old Jay Casey and friends are currently focused on bears.
Well, they eat trash, and like if you put out your trash in the night, they'll come to your house and eat that trash at nighttime. So, because they come out at nighttime. That's pretty much all I know.
Recreating recreation. Today's camps offer a mashup of learning and fun.
School kind of pushes you to learn something, and going to camp, it's an option that's you want to take.
Which points to a final trend, the career camp, exposing kids to something they may want to take professionally.
We also have animal careers where they can explore some of the ways that they can be working with animals someday in their career.
So these summer pursuits may just become a lifelong passion.
Really, our goal is to just draw them in and keep them hooked on the board sports.
14-year-old Taylor Sanders of Naples recently showed her chops being named the Food Network's Kids Barbecue Champion last month. Her win followed a grueling grilling competition, and she stopped by to give us some grilling tips.
So first I have my chicken over here. These are chicken thighs, and they have marinated in my signature rub since this morning. And they have just been getting really, really nice and yummy on this grill for about an hour. And the top is crispy, and I have toothpicks in them because I want them to keep their form. And I'm going to take the toothpicks out, and then they're all going to be nice and pretty like that. I'm going to keep their shape. So then over here I have my potatoes, and these are just big red potatoes, and I cut them in half, and then I slice them into pieces like that, and I just have them on this grill pan, getting nice and colored. And what's going in here are chives, parsley, thyme, and then a really nice light olive oil dressing. picked up my potatoes over here, and I'm just gonna let those like chill out for a second. And I'm going to get started on my dressing. So in the dressing, there's Dijon, lemon juice, salt, pepper, olive oil, and a little bit of red wine vinegar. And I added some water to here. You can add water to taste because depends on how tangy or tart you want it to be. I added water because it was a little too tangy. I'm going to add just a little bit for right now. That is perfect. And then I'm gonna add my thyme, and there is 1 tablespoon of thyme. And then 2.5 tablespoons of chives. Chives really give it like a good oniony flavor. And then I have 1/3 of a cup of parsley. And now I'm going to mix that up and just make sure all those herbs get coated. And then add the rest of my sauce. And then I'm just gonna give that a nice whisk and taste it. Tastes really good. Give it a good stir. And I'm gonna add some tomatoes just because the tomatoes are gonna add another like summer color to it. I'm just gonna give that a light toss. So then I'm going to pour some of this into my potato salad. And I'm just going to mix this up, a light toss. Now I'm gonna put the watermelon on the grill, and then after it gets done, it's gonna be drizzled with my basil-infused balsamic reduction, and then topped with some feta crumbles. So once you get the grill marks on it, you're gonna flip it. And it doesn't have to be perfect, it just needs to have some sort of grill marks on it. So those look really, really good, and the watermelon's gonna start getting really soft, and that's, when it gets really, really soft is when you know you wanna pull it off. So I'm gonna pull this one off, and it's gonna come over here. So first I'm going to plate my chicken. I'm gonna put it like that. I'm gonna toss my potato salad one more time. And put that on there like that. Get a few more tomatoes on there. And then your watermelon, I'm just gonna pick it up. Your watermelon's gonna go on there like that with a bit of the basil infused balsamic. And that is my dish, a marinated chicken thigh, an upscale garlic herb potato salad, and grilled watermelon with balsamic reduction and some feta cheese.
While we're on the subject of junior achievements, we can't forget a teenager from Bonita Springs. An avid app designer, he created a social platform for his brother who has Down syndrome.
Cute. Handsome. And his pretty face.
Yeah.
I told him, pretty voice red. I love him up. Right in here.
We wanted there to be like a one-stop place to go, and there isn't one. So we need to fix
A local father and son are no doubt enjoying their achievement. The pair wanted to do something together, a long-term project of some sort. And did they ever succeed? By the time they were done, all they had to do was add water. It started as a bonding experience for 15-year-old Jacob Connor and his dad Barry. The pair spent the summer making plans to build a boat from scratch. That was 7 summers ago. They enlisted Barry's business partner and came up with this. It's a 34-foot custom pontoon, fully outfitted for dive trips and cruising. Its open concept exoskeletal design makes it unforgettable, like the experience they shared building it. When we come back, a totally new way of looking at shoulder replacement. We've got the very latest for you in our Positively Healthy report. Stay with us.
Life here is amazing, and so is the joint care. At the Total Joint Center at Physicians Regional Healthcare System, we've changed the experience of joint replacement for good. With our comprehensive joint care program, most hip and knee replacement patients return home in just 2 days because we know you want to get on with your active life. Pain-free living starts at Physicians Regional Medical Center, Collier Boulevard, and Physicians Regional Medical Center, Pine Ridge.
My name is Steve Unser, and cabinetry is my specialty. I have been creating custom-designed cabinetry for 20 years in Southwest Florida, and now I am celebrating the grand opening of our new Naples showroom. Steve Unser Cabinetry will help you design your kitchen, bath, or home office with stunning results, offering the best quality of cabinets with a wide variety of design options and pricing to fit any budget. If your kitchen isn't becoming to you, you should be coming to us. Now, 2 locations to serve you.
Hiring the right moving company is important. Best Moving and Storage is a family-owned and operated business serving Southwest Florida for over 22 years. From our free in-home estimate until the last piece of furniture is in your new place or stored in our climate-controlled warehouse, we treat you like family. Best Moving and Storage is fully licensed and insured, with all of our employees being certified drivers and packers. When it comes to protecting your treasured belongings, choose a company that's experienced and trustworthy. Call Best Moving and Storage today at 239-592-6565.
Shoulder replacement surgery has been performed for many years now. It's a safe and reliable procedure, but the most common technique was not a good fit for everyone. Now a new approach is opening up possibilities for a lot of patients in need. Here's a breakdown in our Positively Healthy report. It's not what nature intended, but a novel approach to shoulder replacement is providing relief to more patients than ever before. In a conventional surgery, doctors replace the shoulder's 2 main components, the ball and socket.
A typical shoulder replacement will involve an incision in the front of the shoulder. We peel off the portion of the rotator cuff called the subscap, which is the large rotator cuff muscle in the front, and that allows us access into the joint. The ball is brought out of the socket and removed, and then the socket is prepared and replaced with a combination of plastic and or metal, and the ball side is replaced with a metal ball, usually on a stem.
The operation is a pain reliever for many, but not people with complex cases involving a tattered rotator cuff.
If your rotator cuff is badly damaged, the body won't have any way of holding the normal total shoulder in the socket, and it will dislocate.
It left people with rotator cuff disease shouldering a great deal of pain and discomfort until a revolutionary approach opened up a new alternative, the total reverse shoulder replacement.
The naming of it implies exactly what it is. So reverse ball and socket means we put the socket where the ball is and put the ball where the socket is.
Flipping the joint proved to be a turning point, giving patients with a bad shoulder along with an arthritic or damaged rotator cuff the needed stability for a new joint.
It's actually an easier operation to do than the total shoulder, which may explain the incredibly rapid rise in the number of reverse ball and sockets done in the United States.
It's still a surgery of last resort, so this technique is best suited for older patients willing to go in a new direction. We're making headlines around here every day with a look at some of the stories we're working on. This is our On the Beat segment.
Hi, I'm Ashley Collins. I'm a reporter with the Collier Citizen. This past week I got a chance to meet Linda Ragsdale, a caregiver for her husband who suffers from Alzheimer's. She's been his caregiver for the past 6 years and had him in 2 assisted living facilities before moving him into an apartment right next door to hers in North Naples. It's a very interesting living situation because she gets a chance to take care of him, feed him at his own place where he has his own furniture and decorations. But she still gets a chance to go back to her own personal space and be able to kind of keep sane, she says, in a way, from the daily routine of taking care of him. And she does have 4 other caregivers throughout the week that come and help him out. So she says without them, she wouldn't be around for very much longer. So to check out more on this story, visit naplesnews.com.
Hey everyone, Dave Osborne, entertainment editor of the Naples Daily News. I just wrapped up a little while ago a phone interview with Ted Nugent. As everyone knows, he's a rock and roll star. He also likes to talk about politics. And we talked about his visit to the White House with his wife, Shemaine. They saw President Trump. He said he talked about with President Trump about North Korea, about Russia, about food, about a little bit of everything. We also talked about their place. They live here in Naples part-time, and he likes to come down here and enjoy fishing and some hunting. So we talked about his rock and roll and also his upcoming shows in Bonita Springs in July. He'll have 2 shows. So look for my story at naplesnews.com.
One last stop in the newsroom. Here's Brent Batten with our weekly commentary.
Thanks, Amy. Back when I was a kid, summer meant sitting on the back porch listening to an AM radio broadcast of a baseball game while chasing fireflies and churning some homemade ice cream. At least that's how I remember it. In truth, we were more often than not listening to static, swatting mosquitoes, and sucking on ice cubes. Either way, times have changed. Kids don't listen to baseball on the radio anymore. They watch videos of baseball, and not whole games of baseball either. They watch highlights on their smartphones, and by highlights, I mean brawls. I'm finding it's impossible to get a kid to sit still for 3 hours to watch an entire baseball game on TV, let alone listen to one on the radio or the podcast or whatever it is that kids listen to these days. The subtle nuances of pitch counts and defensive alignments just don't capture the young imagination like a guy charging the mound with a bat in his hand. So I took my boy and some of his buddies to a Miami Marlins game the other night in hopes that they would sit still through an entire game in person in a ballpark that's more like an amusement park. I have to hand it to the Marlins. They've done everything within reason and some things beyond reason to draw people in. They have a beautiful stadium with a retractable roof and retractable walls. They have more places to eat and drink than a medium-sized town. They have crustacean races, a swimming pool, and exotic dancers in body paint on a bar at a mini version of the Clevelander Hotel. They even have fidget spinners. But for some reason, they don't have fans in the stands. Maybe the boys of summer just aren't the boys of summer anymore. Maybe kids watching videos on YouTube are the new boys of summer. If only the Marlins could find a way to add more brawls. I'm Brent Batten. Be sure to read my columns on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays in the Naples Daily News. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter. And as always, thanks for watching.
When we come back, what to do with window treatments. We're exploring the latest trends in our Inspired Living Design series. That's ahead on Behind the Headlines.
My name is Steve Unser, and cabinetry is my specialty. I have been creating custom designed cabinetry for 20 years in Southwest Florida. And now I am celebrating the grand opening of our new Naples showroom. Steve Unser Cabinetry will help you design your kitchen, bath, or home office with stunning results, offering the best quality of cabinets with a wide variety of design options and pricing to fit any budget. If your kitchen isn't becoming to you, you should be coming to us. Now, 2 locations to serve you.
The area's only 30 minutes or less ER service pledge means you'll find less waiting for the care you need. And because we're full service hospitals, a lot more care if you need it. Less waiting, faster care. Only at Physicians Regional Healthcare System.
Is your auto insurance keeping pace with your life? Ask for a AAA Triple Check Insurance Review to see if your current policy is still a good fit. An agent will assess changes in your life, like new vehicles or drivers. Make sure you've got the right coverage and all the discounts you deserve. They'll also see how a AAA membership can round out your protection on the road. Plus, provide roadside assistance, discounts, free services, and vacation extras. Ask for your AAA Triple Check today.
You can get it on the couch, you can get it on the floor, you can get it at a bar or even at the store. You can get it on the porch, you can get it on the lawn, you can get it at the table or even on the john. In the rain, at the game, in the park, in the dark, you can even get it on the bus. You can get it in a meeting, get it while you're eating, or even in the back of a pickup truck.
With the Naples Daily News, you can get the news anywhere. Subscribe online today.
Thousands of people in Southwest Florida make the Naples Daily News their daily destination. And when they do, we say, you are here. That's why we've renamed our classified section to NDN Localfieds. In here, you'll find lots of other people buying, selling, and doing business locally. Naples Daily News Localfieds looks better than ever. And inside, you'll find all kinds of things. Things you're looking for, or surprised by the thing you thought you'd never find. There is no better place than here. Naples Daily News Localfieds.
You might be surprised to learn that window treatments follow trends much like other design elements. In this week's Inspired Living, Bears design expert Janet Graham lifts the curtain of secrecy and shows us how to update our drapes. We're back at Vista Point in the Vineyards, and Janet, I know that you and Bears decorated this from the ground up, and I think one of the things that might be confusing for some people is what you do with drapes, and you've done a lovely job here.
I think when it comes to window treatments, they are more important than most people think. They actually are the dressings on the wall. They bring warmth to the room, and it's also a great way to bring in color. If your color palette is neutral with your furniture, window treatments is a great way to bring in color. It also, window treatments also can raise the height of the room, making it seem a lot taller. And how we do this is you want to, as far as your panels, you want your panels to go all the way up to the ceiling or just maybe 4 or 5 inches from the ceiling like we've done here. And we're also, this is a transitional model, so we've done a transitional goblet pleat. And that is not using a rod, but there's an oval rod behind the panels that affixes to the wall, and that gives us this beautiful pleat that you see up at the top.
I love that there's trends even within drapery and window treatment, so you don't have that bar going across your room.
Correct. Now we're doing less and less of the bar, and we're doing what's called an oval rod panel treatment. So that's what we showcase in this model.
And the length, it's kind of skimming the floor. For a long time ago, they were kind of bunched up, or you'd see different lengths, so you want it to go.
That was called puddling, and puddling is still popular and very traditional design, but now that we're doing more transitional contemporary design, everybody just wants the panel to go straight to the floor, and it needs to rest about a 1/4 inch off the floor.
And I do like in this same room, because you want to keep this palette together, for a smaller window, you've utilized some shades.
So on a smaller window, we don't want to do heavy panels on either side. That's called a valance behind us, and that's a Roman fold valance. And so it's a fabric, and then we just do a 4-part fold at the bottom just to give it a little bit more design.
Well, you've done a great job pulling it all together and giving some people some design inspirations as well. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
And finally, this summer, staff and administrators of a novel new preschool are preparing to welcome the next generation of explorers. The Young Explorers Academy uses the great outdoors as an inspiration to learn.
It is a nonprofit, faith-based Christian school. And the idea is to cultivate a school here that would offer parents a significant alternative to what is available. So this year we're beginning with a program for children 3 to 6 years old, and it is Montessori based. And each year we intend to add a grade. I think for the typical parent, they're faced with very large school environments, the public school, the charter school, but all of them are large, and this offers parents a smaller school with a lot of outdoor activity. We did not see that occurring. We hear people talk about Montessori, we hear people talk about STEAM, but we felt like we could put it all together with this, lovely outdoor campus that we have.
That does it for this edition of Behind the Headlines. Thank you for joining us. You can always catch up on past shows by logging on to naplesnews.com. On the left-hand side under Quick Links, select Behind the Headlines. I'm Amy Osher. We'll see you back here next week.